All right. So, some things that I love about Instagram before I dive too deep into showing you exactly step by step on how to do things is, to me, Instagram is kind of more of a user-friendly platform compared to something like Facebook, who has a lot of versatility to it. I feel like Instagram is pretty user-friendly, and it doesn't have a lot to it, which makes it user-friendly, if that makes sense. Another thing that I like about Instagram is that it's partnered now with Facebook. So you can link your Instagram account to your Facebook page. And when you start posting things on your Instagram, it'll automatically put it on your Facebook page. So that's kind of cool. Saves you a little bit of time instead of running off of both platforms. Now, Instagram will not partner with like LinkedIn or TikTok, or any of those other social media networks. It's mainly just Facebook because I think Facebook even bought Instagram. So that's why. And then you might notice that on the Facebook side as well, in those publishing tools on your business page, you can link there and do the same thing, vice versa. So you can like post on Facebook and have it go to Insta on certain ads that you might be running or different things like that. Personally, I have found that it's easier to post on Instagram and have it go to Facebook. What's up, Gene?
I was just going to say the same thing. A lot of the coaches are even saying that if you start with Instagram and then use that post, it's more likely to be accepted by the other platforms than if you did it on Facebook. Sometimes it will not be accepted on Instagram or the other platforms.
Right, I totally agree. And I don't know about you guys, but if you have had a chance to play around with those publishing tools in Facebook, to me it's really confusing. It's kind of convoluted. It's kind of hard to navigate through. So that's another reason why I just stick with Instagram and have it post directly over to Facebook on my Facebook page. So that's just some little things about Instagram that I personally like. I think that there's a lot of versatility to it. And I think that Instagram is really growing in our market here. I see a lot of people using it. I see it growing popularity, especially within our real estate market here at the lake. I see a lot of just different agents doing different things and doing that cross platform, mainly just to get extra exposure to their business page or maybe the information they're trying to throw out or YouTube video or whatever. So that's just some benefit of utilizing the platform. So I wanted to start off with the Instagram platform on a computer screen. The reason why is because you can pull up Instagram on your, your Google, or maybe you're using Firefox or Microsoft Edge. You can pull it up regularly on those platforms. Or on those search engines, and you can navigate through your Instagram. The only thing that you can't do from your computer screen is post. So it's definitely a mobile friendly social media platform. But I wanted to show you that you can essentially manage your Instagram and do pretty much anything that you could do on your phone, with the exception of posting. So I'm just going to kind of navigate you guys through Instagram on this screen, and then I'm going to swap over to my phone and kind of show you the subtle differences. So on my screen here, I'm using our Grow, Thrive, Inspire podcast as an example. And when you bring up Instagram, even on your phone, the very first thing you're going to be taken to is your just feed, similar to a Facebook feed. So, anybody that you're following on Instagram, now that's a difference too. So like on Facebook, you can like and follow, or you can just like a page. With Instagram, it's just follow. And so that's how you become friends, is you just hit follow on people that you find on Instagram. And then once you submit a follow to somebody that you want to see their content, they get to choose whether they follow you back. So that's just how kind of making friends works on Instagram. It's a little bit different than Facebook, but not too terrible. So anyway, on your feed, you get everybody that you're following, all of the latest posts that they're doing. You have the option to like that post with just a simple heart. You can comment on that post, and then you can also share that post. When you hit share, it gives you the option to just share within Instagram. You can't share like outside of that unless it's your own post. You can also do a like for like kind of campaign. I don't know what you mean, Thomas. Feel free to jump in. So that's just kind of your feed here, and liking, following, commenting, and how you can navigate through that. Up at the very top, you'll see all of the people that you follow, and circles and stuff like that. This is where people post to their stories. So similar to Facebook, where you can post to your news feed or add a story, there's a little bit of difference. So your story is much like a Snapchat feed, for example, or something that only appears for like 24 hours. And we can use like maybe Sierra Grind, her story, see what it is. If you just click on it, and I don't know if it'll show me on my computer screen, but yeah, you can see that she went to the CADV brunch. You can kind of scroll through the different stories and pictures that they have. And those, like I said, only last for about a day. And that's the difference between a post and a story. So when you're making content, you'll have the option, do you want that to go to your story, or do you want that to go as a post, or you can do both. So I don't really know. Like the stories to me give a lot more exposure at a quick glance. And they're kind of more interactive with just showcasing what you're doing maybe in the moment, whereas a post is something that has a little bit longer shelf life, a little bit more longevity. So see what Thomas said. Basically, where you find content and go through and like 20 pics or so, screenshot, then shout them out in a story. Yeah. Yep. Yes, you can also do that. So the next thing that I want to show you is you'll always have a suggestion feed. So these are probably people that are following you and that you follow, and outside of their contact group or who they follow, they're going to give you the back-end algorithms are going to give you suggested people to also follow and be friends with on Instagram. So you might see a lot of local people, different agents, different clients, different things like that. If you're utilizing your Instagram to grow your business and get more content out to your audience, I would just, start clicking follow on a lot of different people just to grow it, because the people that don't want to follow you aren't going to follow you. But I would at least shoot out tons of invites if I could, if I'm trying to grow my page, and then ask others to share your page as well. So the other thing that you can do if you're looking for somebody specific as a friend is you can come up to your search box if you know what their Instagram name is, and you can type it in there and find them that way. So you can either do a search at the top, or you can come and just randomly select people to be friends with and follow. Any questions so far? I don't want to go too fast. Okay. Couple other things before I switch over to my phone. It is this menu up here. So we have a couple different options. Instagram definitely gives you a place with this first messenger icon to interact via messages or direct messages on the platform. So you can interact personally and chat with people personally that you're friends with. The next thing is kind of a navigating icon. So this is just like things that you like or want to follow or might be interested in, things that work with your back-end algorithms that just pop up that you might want to continue to follow or follow organically or find, just different interests that you have. So it's kind of like Facebook, where Facebook will just throw you random stuff that they think that you might be interested in. Instagram does the same thing. And then the heart is your activity. So when you click on the heart at the top or on your phone, it's going to give you the latest activity that your page has had. So for example, Jordan started following our podcast page. We've had some comments, some likes on some photos that we've had, different people requesting to follow us or following us. It'll just give you all of that information at a quick glance and let you, interact with that, follow people back that have requested to follow you, and so on. The last icon is your profile icon. This is where you can access your profile, any saved content that you've had, which when you see something that you might want to save, like say I wanted to save this LO profile post, I would come and hit this save icon over here and it would pin it to all of my saved posts. I don't really utilize that a whole bunch, but I assume that maybe if it's your own content or maybe your business page or something, you might want to save it to share later. I don't know, whatever you want to save it for. The next thing is the settings. So when you go into settings, it gives you a lot of different options. You can control the name of your Instagram page, your username. You can link your website or your YouTube channel, give a little bio about yourself, fix your phone number or your gender or email, just whatever information that you want to throw out there personally. You can also control just how you get notified of people posting or commenting or liking your stuff. If you want to receive notifications for that, you can control that in here. You can also manage contacts. You can sync them from like your cell phone or your Facebook. I don't ever do that though. I let each page grow organically. It's just how I've always done it, I guess. I don't think that there's anything wrong with syncing contacts if you have that capability. I just don't ever do it. You can also control your account privacies, who sees what on your page, comments, photos of you, different things like that. So if like somebody like Natalie, for example, she'll tag me in a lot of our Growth, Thrive, Inspire podcast posts. If I didn't want that to automatically post on my Instagram or my Facebook, I could come into my settings and give that option to add manually. So I would have to approve it before it actually goes on my post. You get some login activity so you can kind of see which devices your account is logged into, and you can manage that. If for some reason your account gets hacked or something, you can come in and disable it. And then you have emails from Instagram. I don't really do any of that. I guess that would be for like confirming your account, security, and login. So you can put like two-way authentication on there to kind of lock it down for you. The other thing that I want to show you in settings, though, before I kind of go back to that profile, is this account centers option. This is where you are going to link your Facebook to your Instagram if that's something that you want to do to cross-platform and have everything kind of automatically post. So when you get on the account center, you can see that I kind of already have my linking done. I'll show you on my phone, though, with a different profile, what it looks like if you don't have anything linked, so you can kind of see the difference. But I can come in here and I can manage, how my podcast is linked, story and post sharing. I can control the different settings on here. So, I have a ton of pages that I'm an admin on for our company, like the podcast or Remax Lake of the Ozarks or Thomas's new page or whatever. So I can come in and I can segregate, if I were to make a post on Growth, Thrive, Inspire podcast Instagram, which page I want that to post to, which obviously would be the podcast page and not any of the other pages. I can also automatically share to an Instagram story or Instagram posts as well. So that's just how you can kind of navigate where you're posting and how it's all coming around on each platform. Let's see here. Let me go back. Okay, and then last thing I want to show you on the desktop version is I want to go and show you our profile. You can also add accounts. So again, if I have several Instagram accounts and I don't necessarily want to log out of one and log back into another, you can switch accounts by just adding an existing account, and then you can toggle back and forth if you have multiple Instagram accounts as well. That's just one more in that menu option. So any questions on settings or anything before I show you the profile? Awesome. Okay, so profile, again, you can go up to your icon up here for your own personal page and hit profile. And then it'll throw you into your Instagram profile. So as you can see, our Instagram for the podcast, it has, this many posts, 189 followers, and then we're following 257 people. You can see it gives us a little bit of a bio and then also a link to our YouTube channel. And because we're linked already to the Facebook on the back end, because we post on here and then it'll go to our Facebook page, we don't have a link for Facebook, but you could if you wanted to. It's kind of convoluted if you do both because it's already going to the other one. So it's up to you. Anyway, you have the option to edit your profile up here if there's something that you want to change. And then down here on the menu, you can see some stories that we've done that we've highlighted or saved essentially. And that's just in those story settings. Like when you're creating a post, which I'll show you guys in a minute, you have that option to kind of archive that story. And that's what that means, is it'll put it kind of at the top of your page up here. Then you can see that it gives us our posts. So these are all the posts that we've done. You get an Instagram TV option. So this would be more like videos that you would do. Instagram is really built on photos. Like that's the big thing about this platform, is instead of doing like a long worded Facebook post, maybe with a photo or a video, this one highlights the actual photo and then gives you all of the details really small underneath the actual post. So a lot of Instagram is photo. It's very visual as far as a platform and as far as that content is concerned. Then we have saved. So if there are any saved videos that we have had, that would be under your save tab. And then tags. So if any other client or friend that we're following on Instagram, if they were to take a picture and tag us in it, then it would show up under your tagged option. So that's just a little bit about the profile. Is there any questions on that before I switch it over to my phone? Cool. Okay. See if I can do this without blowing everybody's eardrums. Can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
Awesome. Yes.
Okay. So now I'm on my phone. Okay. And as you can see, Instagram looks pretty similar to everything that we've just talked about. You have your home button on the bottom, a search if you're looking for something specific or a specific person. There's that little box at the bottom. I can't really show you with my mouse, but that little like play video icon, I'm not going to click on it, but that will take you to a different feed with nothing but videos that you can like and follow. And then you also have that little shopping bag at the bottom. That's where you can go and find products and physically shop off of Instagram via local vendors, maybe, or just overall corporations, businesses, much like Facebook. It'll give you lots of things that you can shop on too. And then the last one is your little icon to access your profile from the very bottom. So that's what that is. So when you go to your home, at the top, you can see that you still have that messenger icon, so you can access your messages. This heart, again, is what gives you all of your feed and activity for that page. And then finally, the box with the plus sign is how you are going to make a post. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that and how to make a post and sync it to your Facebook. Before I show you guys that, though, I wanted to show you that that settings feature for the Facebook ad account center thing from a profile that's not linked to a Facebook. And I'm showing you guys this in case you guys don't have your Facebook profile link. This is just kind of the steps to take to do that. So once you go into your account center, you can do set up account center. And then if you're already logged in on your phone to Facebook, you can just hit continue and it'll automatically sync that way. However, if you want it to a specific page or something, you might log out of your Facebook on your phone and log in with the actual page that you want linked. It just depends on how many accounts you have or whatever. Your story and post sharing, again, if you don't have anything linked, if you click on that and then just hit add accounts, same screen. So I can continue as myself on my personal Facebook page. And then I can decide to enable connected experiences, add your account to your account center. So I can then link my Mo Yackers Instagram to my account and just hit continue again. It'll give you some, terms and conditions, and then just hit add account and it will be linked from that point forward. So that's just how you can link your account. Once you get into your personal Facebook, you'll have the option, so you know how on Facebook you have your personal profile, and then outside of your personal profile, you have that business profile. Once you get logged in and linked, it'll give you that option, since you're the admin of your business page, to select your business page versus your personal, or vice versa, however you want it to do it. So that's just how to do that if you don't have it already linked. So let's make a video, right? That's what we want to do. So to make a video, you can either go to your profile and hit in the top right corner that box with a plus arrow, or from your home screen, when you log in, there's that box with the plus sign at the top. It doesn't matter. It'll take you to the same thing. So from here, you can select a photo, you can select a video. You also have post, story, reels, which a reel creates, you can take multiple videos and create like a reel, much like a TikTok video is kind of what you're creating there. And then you can also go live. So just like Facebook, you can do live videos, and anybody that follows you on Instagram, much like Facebook, will get notified that you're going live if you choose to do a live video. So for the sake of this class, we're just going to do a simple post. And once you go into your camera library, it'll pull up all the photos on your phone. And you can select and move around with your finger on your phone. You can, zoom out, you can zoom in, however you want that picture to come across. Then in the middle of the screen, it gives you those boxes that are kind of stacked on top of each other right next to the word recent, just on that right-hand side. If you click that box, you can select multiple images if you want to do multiple pictures. And then again, you can come in and resize each one that you have selected. So that's just kind of how you can do multiple photos or multiple videos. Let's just do this one and this one. You can also add a photo. That's what that camera option means, is you can add a photo that might not be in your photo library. You can do it that way as well. So if you wanted to take a picture, like say you were out and about or something, you can do it that way. So I'm going to do 2 photos at once. Once I kind of get the size and imaging right that I want, then I'm just going to go up to the top right hand corner and hit next. And then it throws me into an editing kind of wizard thing. So from here, it gives you a lot of different filters that you can apply to your photos. I really like the Instagram filters. I think even compared to phone filters or Facebook filters or different things, I think that these are like the best if you're just a filter person. But you can go through and just keep clicking until you find the one that you like. They have tons of them. Some of my personal favorites are like the X Pro 2 filter or the Claridon filter, because I think it just brightens images up. And then once you kind of get that filter, you also have a plus icon. Like say I forgot a picture, I can click this plus icon to add more pictures if I forgot one, or maybe I wanted to change it out because I didn't know or didn't like the way that it turned out. You can do that as well. Again, the platform itself is like I said, user friendly, but feel free to play around with it because you can always post something and delete it or whatever, which I'll show you guys how to do too. So once you get the filter right, then again, just go up to the top right and hit next again. And then it gives you the option to write your caption, add hashtags, and then select um, what which account, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, or all three, that you would like that post to go on as well. As you guys can see, though, like I showed you, I'm not connected to my Facebook on this particular account. But if you were and have it connected, you can just click this little toggle icon, and it'll turn green, and it'll be like, okay, well, now you're going to share to Facebook as well based off of these settings. You can also tag people. So if you're specific friends with somebody, you can tag them in that post. You can add a location. I highly suggest, for real estate, that you, add a location of what that post is. So whether you're at a local business, tag the business. If you're sitting in your office doing something, tag your office. Just tag the organization, Remax Lake of the Ozarks, just anything, because that works to give you more exposure with those search engines and back-end algorithms. So try to tag people, try to tag locations. I personally have never used the add fundraiser option, but I'm sure that you could go in here and search nonprofits, and like maybe it's your birthday, like we see on Facebook, and you want people, instead of giving you gifts, to donate. So that would be something that would be a good example that's relative to Instagram. You can select an organization for people to consider donating to. So anyway, once you're on the screen, like I said, you can add your caption or your words. So there's my words. And then the next thing that I want to do is I want to add hashtags. Now, I'm on an iPhone. I don't know what capabilities it has on maybe a Samsung phone. If you can do like an enter into a new line. On my iPhone, it doesn't give me that option. So I just continuously keep adding words or hashtags. So hashtagging is important. I find that a lot of the posts that I've done on social media for the company or the podcast, or your guys' business pages, if you add hashtags, it gives you more visibility, because people who are also adding similar hashtags are going to go into those hashtags and look at the similar content. I don't know if you guys know this, but when you add hashtags, you can physically click on the hashtag and go into that hashtag page, if you will, and see all of the posts that are similar with that hashtag. So again, just gives you lots more exposure to potential clients or people to add to database or your sphere of influence, anything. So I would highly encourage hashtags. Some of the most important hashtags that I use for our area is I definitely do hashtag Lake of the Ozarks. And as you can see, when you do hashtags, don't use spaces, because it won't be a hashtag. So just keep it all one word after the pound sign. And then it'll give you a menu item of hashtags to select from. So I always just find the one that I want and then select it. And then it makes it an actual usable hashtag. And then I just keep adding them. Whatever. I use community. Let's see, what else, what other ones do I do? Real estate. Hashtag. I do real estate agent. I'll do Remax. And then I also do Remax Hustle. And then what's some other ones? Lake Life. If I'm doing a business, I might try the business, even if you don't get, like, say I'm at what's a local business here? Maybe Gerbs. I don't know. It's the one I can think of because it's the closest. If it doesn't like have a hashtag, like if nothing populates, you can still use it by just hitting the space. You can create your own hashtags without it being in that drop down option. So don't be afraid if you don't see anything in that search option for hashtags, because you can just, make that hashtag whatever you want to say as well. Now, I don't think it'll get as much exposure, but maybe if you use it and then other people use it because you used it, it might become something. So I always just make it, whatever I want if I need to. So once you get your hashtags going and everything's the way that you want it. Again, just make sure that whatever other linked social media that you have is clicked, and then just hit share at the top of your page. And then it's going to come up shortly after. And you can see that I have 2 pictures on it because of that 1-2 at the top right-hand corner. And I can just swipe to go to that next image. You can see when I hit more on my description, it'll bring up all of my description and all of my hashtags that I have used. And like I was saying, when you click on an actual hashtag, it'll take you into that hashtag. So I'm going to click on that hashtag Lake of the Ozarks. You can follow this particular hashtag to see other people's posts that utilize that hashtag. And you can just kind of scroll through and, see if there's anything that you like on there too, to help grow your following or followers, whatever you want to do there. So any questions on posting? Awesome. Well, that's Instagram in a nutshell, guys. Like I said, there's not a lot to it. But for those of you who have never used it before, I could see how it would be intimidating or kind of confusing. So if you guys have any questions, reach out to me anytime. I'd be happy to help you get set up or link accounts, anything that you might need. But I'm here for questions. If not, that's all for today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. You're welcome, Jean.